Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. Rich Tehrani here. Thanks for watching us. We're at Interop 2012. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. On our program, Jason Richards, who is the CEO of Vineyard Networks. Jason, welcome to the show. How are you?
Fantastic. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
It's really our pleasure. I'm hoping you could start off with an overview of your company.
Sure. So Vineyard basically took a new approach at the whole DPI market right now, which is the change in network infrastructure from layer 3 and 4 visibility, kind of looking at things at the very low layer, and now really a lot of companies looking at the application layer within network infrastructure. And what we do is provide the core technology to enable that. So we provide OEM solutions that are integrated into a lot of vendors around the show floor here, hence the End Day shirt, which is actually one of our customers. We provide them with a deep packet inspection engine, as well as a steady stream of all the application intelligence and signatures to keep their DPI technology up to date.
Now, in terms of the competitive market, how do you compare to other companies in the space?
There's not a lot of guys that do exactly what we do as far as the distribution model. So from a competition perspective, we're unique in how we go to market, but there's other great companies out there in the security space like Palo Alto Networks, in the service provider space like Arbor or Arbor Systems, Allot Communications, Procera, and even some guys on the show floor here like NetScout, who've been leaders in this technology for a long time. I think our real competitive advantage is by taking a laser focus at just doing this technology very, very well. It allows us to keep the engine, current and up to date better than anybody else. And it's not because we're way smarter than everyone. It's just because this is our focus.
So if someone's watching this and they're trying to figure out if they're a potential customer, how would they be able to determine if they're someone that should go to your website or call you to learn more?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they can catch us at vineyardnetworks.com. That's probably the best place to get in touch with us.
How would they know?
How would they know?
What would be the key things, that maybe the problems that they're trying to solve or the issues that they may have?
Anyone looking for a higher level of visibility into the network. So, if they're looking at the network and seeing traffic grow, or they're not sure what's going on, and they want to have an application level view of what people are doing. Not just even there's Facebook on my network, but I mean like there's people on Facebook on my network and they're posting, and this is what they're posting, and they're sharing files, and these are the types of files they're sharing in and out of my network. So it bridges a lot of gaps from data loss protection to security to visibility to WAN optimization, compliance, the whole 9 yards. So anybody that just wants that high-level view, I mean, that's what we do.
Okay, so that makes a lot of sense. I imagine one of the challenges that people have, or your customers have, are just massive amounts of video streaming also that's hogging up network resources.
Video streaming is huge right now, from Netflix to YouTube. I don't think someone in an office and they get an email and it's like, hey, check out this video on YouTube. I don't think very many people understand that when they click on that, the impact that has to the resources of the company. I mean, high definition, video stream from YouTube could take 2 or 3 megabits a second of traffic for 30 seconds. And if you've got an office with 50 people, and that's a small office, right? And you got 3 or 4 people doing that at the same time, all of your network resources are going to be consumed by that.
Because by definition, if you see a really cool video at work, you have to send it to all your
send
coworkers
it to everybody
immediately.
Else. Exactly, and everybody clicks on it at the same time. And there's no intelligent caching in it, right? YouTube doesn't say, oh, well, we've already delivered that to your office. So it keeps on chugging it along every single time. And then they pull out their mobile phone and do it on their mobile phone, and it does it again.
So we've discussed a couple trends in the market. I'm curious, are there any other trends you're seeing that are worth sharing with the viewers?
I think it's, there's some, I could drop a bunch of industry buzzwords, but the whole bring your own device thing I think is huge right now. Walking into the office and pulling my iPhone out and using it for a mix of business and pleasure in the office, on the office network. Your laptop, it could be a home laptop, or you do a lot of stuff on it. That has a huge impact on just how resources are used in general, but also the implications around things like network security and data protection and you mentioned compliance as well. Doing it in a small business is one thing. Doing it in a healthcare or financial organization, that brings a completely different implication to the way we look at the network today. And I think that's pretty big.
So another buzzword of this event has been software-defined networking, and I'm curious, does that play any role in what you're doing, or does that evolve?
I think it's pretty cool, but we're fortunate to be fairly agnostic from it. I think it's a huge revolution for the plumbing guys. looking at, how you do switching and routing. But for us, it's, we integrate into it very well. I mean, technically we're a software company, so the virtualization concept for us is fairly trivial.
Now, speaking of virtualization, a lot of people equate that to cloud. Do you see any changes in your business because of the growth of cloud apps?
That's a great question. I see it two ways. One is how we run the business changes dramatically. I mean, we cloud everything. Our voice over IP system is in the cloud. So on that sense, I think it's a huge enabler for the way we do business. We can access applications that would never be available to us before. On the market engagement side, now you're pushing all your mission critical applications to the cloud as well. Things like internet connection performance are critical to company performance right now. It's not a nice to have. It's not like we need to protect the WAN. All our resources are inside. This is, as far as we're concerned, the data center is everywhere around us, right? It's the internet. It's all over. And so now the way, once again, kind of back to that general story, the way we look at how we monitor, manage, secure the network, it has completely different implications. And don't think about it. I mean, if your sales team can't get on to Salesforce, you got 200K a year guys sitting around doing nothing.
So what's next for Vineyard Networks?
Go home, get some rest.
That would end any trip from Las Vegas. That's the traditional answer. It's
been a great show. I think they did a great job. I find it a little more intimate this year, but I think the quality of the people around, at least that we've been talking to, has been fantastic. But it's been a big event for us, and I think everybody's ready for a break. My voice is probably a little indicative of that right now, but it's our whole philosophy in this space right now is partner. I think the old vision of find one vendor that does everything, that's out the window. I really think the successful vendors these days have an incredible partnership strategy. Best of breed, couple of technologies are their best of breed, and then they build a partner community around it, and that's what we're doing right now. That's for us.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being here.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for your time.